Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another meal prep video. Have all my stuff laid out here. Let me show you what we are prepping today. So first up, as usual, I'm gonna clean up my strawberries. It's the only fruit I have this week to clean up. And then I have a little bit of celery left and carrots from last week, so we're gonna chop those up. Our green onions, our cucumber, and then of course, make us some onion dip. This will be with plain non-fat Greek yogurt. So that'll be the typical stuff I do every single week. Then we're gonna do some bento boxes, adult lunchables. We're gonna do 2 of those this week. And I plan on kind of doing a mixture of all of this stuff. So we're gonna do some stuffed peppers. I have our cheese sticks and pepper and turkey sticks. We have some lunch meat here, some tomatoes. We have some crisp bread. So we're gonna make a couple of different bento boxes with that. Then we're gonna do a sub in a tub. So we're gonna do 2 of those. So I have all the ingredients for that. So I'll show you step by step on how I like to make mine. So we have all of our ingredients out. And then lastly, we're going to make some egg muffin cups. I'm just gonna do a half batch instead of a full batch because I am really enjoying my yogurt bowls for breakfast. But I thought having 1 or 2 egg muffins to go along with those to like boost the protein and just keep me full, although those have been keeping me really full, but I've just been kind of craving some egg muffin cups, so I thought I would make those. So we're going to do, half of them are going to be a ham and cheese, and the other half are going to be like a jalapeno popper type one. So all the ingredients are out for that. So let's go ahead and get everything set up, and then we will start meal prepping. With the veggies and the fruit, I typically do that just to get out of the way, plus if I need them for any of my meal prep, which typically I do. So this time I do, I'm gonna put some of the vegetables and fruit in the bento boxes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff all chopped up, and it is the most tedious thing to do. So definitely getting this out of the way, kind of just makes the rest of the meal prep a breeze. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm not gonna bore you with all the chopping and stuff. I do that sometimes just for fun with music, but this week, since I have quite a few things to show you, I'm just gonna go ahead and just, because of movie magic, here's the before and I'll show you the after. Alrighty, so we are done getting our fruits and veggies all prepped up. So now I can use these in my bento boxes. So I think next we're gonna do the egg muffin cups, because those do have to go in the oven. So I went ahead and set my oven at 400. So let's go ahead and get those done so they can cook while we're doing the rest of our prep. For just the base egg mixture, now like I said, I'm making a half batch. So normally you would use 10 eggs, but I'm going to use 5. And then you just add salt and pepper. And that's all you need for the base. If you want, you can add in some extra egg whites for that extra protein. But then it's gonna probably make more. You can do all egg whites if you want. If you want to just make egg white bites, which I've done many times before. But I do like to get the healthy fats of the yolks. It is important that we get some healthy fats, you know, in our diet. So you can't be scared of fat, especially if you're a woman. It is important to get a certain amount of fat in as you get older. So there are the 5 full eggs. And then we're just gonna add in some salt and pepper. I'm just gonna, and you can add in other things, but since we're adding in some toppings, then we don't need that. So we're just gonna add in some salt and pepper there, and I'm just gonna whisk that up, and then I'll show you with the rest of the ingredients. I have learned the hard way over the years that you wanna put your toppings in the bottom of your egg cups. So many of you may remember over the years, as I have made these, I have made the mistake of not doing that, of mixing it in my mixture, but we have learned the hard way, right? So I'm gonna do 3 of them, just an egg and cheese. Ham and cheese. So we're just gonna do some of these. I should weigh it out, but honestly, like, I'm not using a full serving. A serving of this is like 2 ounces. Yeah, which is quite a bit. But these little diced ham things are so good for omelets and just to throw in eggs or to throw in a salad. I love these. I pick one up all the time. My husband really likes them too on salad. Sometimes he'll eat a salad with just this on there and a half a bottle of the salad dressing, because that's how he eats his salads. So we do the ham, and then we have the fat-free cheese I am going to weigh this out though, because we're using some of this in every one of our cups. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my scale and we'll weigh this one out. So if you can hear my washer, it is Sunday, which is the last of the laundry day. So I did 2 servings, so this is 56 ounces. So we'll split this between all 6 of these because all of these are going to use this cheese. So when I put it in the tracker, I'll just probably put all of the ingredients total in there. Because actually no, I'll put in the jalapeno ones. So I'm just gonna say I used 28 grams in each of the 3. I should have did it that way, but oh well, it's okay. It's close enough. Okay, so these ones are done except for pouring that egg mixture. So for the jalapeno popper side, instead of using cream cheese, we're going to use the Laughing Cow, and this is the spicy pepper jack, one of my favorite ones, by the way. So I got 2 of these out because I'm thinking that, yeah, I'm thinking that probably, well, let's see. Actually, nope, 1 will be enough. Okay, perfect. Because you don't want to put too much in there because it'll make the egg not cook. And then lastly, of course, we have our jalapenos. Let me grab my little tool I'm going to use to get these out. Okay, I got this little tool at Marshall's. It has this is for like pickles and olives, and then this one you can just scoop out things, or it could be for olives also, but I like to use it for my jalapenos. And it just has a little drain on there, see? So we're just going to put a few in here. I really like jalapenos, so I may put more in there than what you would like, so that is fine. Okay, I think that'll do it. Now, we just need to pour the egg mixture on. Normally I would use my silicone muffin cups, but I'm using one of them right now to make blueberry muffins for my husband. And then the other one, since I'm not doing a full batch, I just figured I'll just cook the muffins in this at the same time. And then I like having these little individual ones when I'm meal prepping, because it's nice is that I can just throw these into a Ziploc bag and they stay together. They're probably gonna spill just a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so these are all done. So they'll go into a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes or so. It's really until they're set. So it just depends. Again, the ones with these big toppings may take a little longer, so I'm just gonna have to check them. And eggs do cook a little bit after you take them out of the oven, so it's okay if they're just a little bit liquidy, plus I'll be heating these up to eat them. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in the oven, and then we'll proceed with the rest of the meal prep. My house got a bit noisy, so I have to switch over to a voiceover. So next we are going to make our sub in a tub. So I suggest using spring mix, but you can also use romaine. I would use any kind of lettuce that is a little sturdier. Iceberg would get a little soggy, I think, over the week, but we're going to use that. Some of the cracked turkey breast. We have some Flavor Bomb tomatoes, which are the bomb. And we have some turkey pepperoni here. We have some reduced fat mozzarella. Another good one for this would be some provolone, which I did have some reduced fat provolone in my refrigerator, but I decided to go with the mozzarella. Need to use this up. We're going to use some of these sweet cherry peppers. I've never tried them before, but I can tell you after trying them, they are really good. So we're going to add those on there. We're going to do some mild banana pepper rings. And you can add whatever you want to this. And then for my sauce, or my dressing, I'm gonna use some light mayo with the Bolthouse Farms Italian dressing. I just thought that sounded like a really good combo. So let's put this together. So first up, of course, we wanna put our lettuce in there. Again, you can use whatever kind of lettuce you want, but I just feel like iceberg lettuce would not last as well in a meal prep. If you're making this like on the fly, like you wanna eat it right away, then you could use iceberg, but I just suggest a spring mix or romaine. They hold up really well in meal prep containers in my experience. So just use as little or as much as you want. I kind of like to make this more salad heavy than, than ingredient heavy. And so I just like to kind of shove it all in here. And then what I'll do is I'll shake it up really well when I have this for lunch. So this is nice and portable. I can take with me to the office, which is so nice. And next up, our meat. So I just weighed out a serving of each of the meat for each of the sub in a tubs here. So I'm just going to dice that up. And again, I want these to be a little bit higher protein. So it's going to look like a lot of meat, but this is going to be really filling. And like I said, quite a bit of protein. So just going to go ahead and put this on here. So this is just one serving, which I believe is 2 ounces, if I remember right. But it comes out to about 4 slices is what it comes out to. It just really depends on the slice. But whenever I weigh them out, it's usually about 4, sometimes 3.5 slices of this Private Selection lunch meat. It is really good, especially this cracked pepper turkey breast is one of my favorites. Probably the buffalo, which I'll be showing you next. The buffalo chicken is probably my #1 favorite, and this one is my 2nd favorite. So we're just going to chop this up and put it in the container here. So it's only 1 point for this lunch meat, which is super nice. And then next up, we're going to add in some turkey pepperoni. So I'm just going to use 8 slices of this turkey pepperoni. I cannot remember how many points that is, but you'll see at the very end how many points this entire bowl is. But 8 just seemed like a good amount. 17 slices is a serving, which for this type of bowl, I really wanted to go more heavy on the turkey breast because it has a little bit more protein. But the pepper, and also another good thing, which I had some mini pepperonis, but again, I wanted to use this turkey pepperoni, keep it a little bit lighter, but the little mini pepperonis would actually be really good in this as well. So I have a feeling I'm really going to like this meal prep this week, and I'm going to want to have this more. So mild banana pepper rings, I love these. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so good. I love to put these on salads all the time. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there. I don't ever weigh these out because they're just going to be 0 points. I mean, they're just a vegetable, so they're not in oil or anything like that. They're just, in like pickle juice and vinegar type stuff, whatever that is. And then I really didn't know how, at this point, I hadn't tried these peppers yet. So I wasn't sure, I really like spicy things. So I thought I'd go ahead and just chop them up, but I did take a bite and these are really good. Now they do have ones from a different brand that are sweet and spicy. These ones are just not very spicy at all. So I got these at Fred Meyer, which is also my Kroger store, but I know they also have them at Safeway because I saw them there. I think this is a pretty common brand, I think. So you should be able to find them, but I didn't feel like they were spicy, even though I know you can see there's a lot of seeds in them, but I thought they were pretty mild. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm kind of, like I said, a hard one to judge because even jalapenos, I can just eat those without any kind of issue, but this is where I tried it and I was like, yeah, these are pretty good. I think they're a perfect addition to this salad. And then my mozzarella cheese. So I weighed out 2 servings of this, so that's 56 grams. And I can't remember how many points this reduced fat mozzarella is. I feel like it's either 2 or 3 points, but I'm just going to put a little bit just on the edge here because, again, I'm just going to shake this up after I put my dressing on it when I eat this for lunch. And so then it'll just all kind of mix together really well. Then I'm going to do some of these Flavor Bomb tomatoes. These are so good. They're like eating candy, you guys. And I'm not even kidding. I know some people are like, yeah, right, they're not that sweet. They are so good. So they have the Flavor Bombs and the Sugar Bombs, and these are a Safeway brand. I'm pretty sure it says Signature Farms on it, so that'd be a Safeway brand. They are so good. So if you have a Safeway or one of whatever who has Signature Farms in your area, try it. So we're going to do some of this light mayo. A serving is 15 grams, so I'm weighing out 15 grams of this. And then the Bolthouse Farms dressing, 2 tablespoons is a serving, which actually is, I think, 30 grams, but I just weighed out another 15 grams of this. So, it really wasn't, I think this dressing may be 1 or 2 points for a serving, but 15 grams should not be that much. And then I'll just mix it together the day that I have it. And it'll be a nice little dressing for my salad. And here are my 2 sub in the tubs. Now, if I feel like it doesn't have enough dressing, I'll add more of the Italian dressing. Since I only used half of a serving of it, then I can always add more of that on there. But I am just beyond excited to have this for lunch. And I'll definitely give you a thumbs up or thumbs down on how this turned out. I'm going to make some of my onion dip. I get a lot of questions. How do you make your onion dip? Literally just plain non-fat Greek yogurt and some of this Lipton onion dip seasoning. Now, I know I showed this to you, I think, last week, but I want to make up some more because I did use all that up last week. You guys, this is just really good. You know, I like to switch between this onion dip and then the Knorr vegetable dip, but I just been really on the onion dip kick lately. So I have my little package in here that was already open. I just used 1/4 of a package of it last time, so I'm going to use another 1/4 of the package. If you were making a big batch of this, then you would take a full 32-ounce container of plain non-fat Greek yogurt and use 1 whole envelope of this, and that would make you a whole container. Now, this makes about 3 servings for me, so I'll put 1 of each in my bento boxes that we're going to be making here, and then I'll have 1 serving left just to snack on. But this is so easy to make on the fly as well. So now up for some bento boxes. We have our mini peppers here. We have some Laughing Cow. We're going to stuff in those little mini peppers. We have some olives. Funny story is I never thought I liked olives because I don't like black olives, but I've tried the green olives and they are really good. Then we have 1 serving left over of this cracked turkey breast. Then we have some strawberries and some more of those flavor bombs. And then we have our cheese stick and pepperoni or turkey stick. So we're going to go ahead and stuff our peppers. Now, I was just going to use all these in the 1 box, but I ended up using 3 of these Laughing Cow between all of these peppers. So in this box here, I'll be using 2 of the wedges to go in this box. And then the other box is just the last wedge. And you'll see that when I put the boxes together. I guess you probably could just use light cream cheese or fat-free cream cheese and probably come out with maybe even less points for what I ended up using here. I think I just thought I was going to use less of the Laughing Cow, but I have a ton of the Laughing Cow. I didn't realize I found a full unopened container of the spicy pepper jack in my refrigerator, and I bought some this last week of so now I have 3 different ones. I have spicy pepper jack, aged white cheddar, which is what this one is, and then I bought the garlic and herb yesterday, Saturday, for my grocery haul. So that's okay though, because I like to use this Laughing Cow in lots of things. So you're going to see that I'm going to use it a lot in this meal prep so I can use up the Laughing Cow. But anyway, so I ended up using 2 full ones on 5 of the little pepper halves, and then I opened up 1 more to use on those other 3. We're going to put some of this everything but the bagel seasoning on top. This is just the generic one. I get a big one from Costco, and I just keep refilling my little container. And now we're going to put together our little box here. Now, kind of when I put together these bento or adult lunchables, whatever you want to call them, it's really just kind of like, what do I have in my refrigerator to throw together? And when I was making these, I have a whole like, I think 4 videos where I made these like 4 weeks in a row. So I will have all of those linked down below. So if you want some more ideas for the adult lunchables or bento boxes, I will have those links all down below in the description box. And you can kind of see I make them all kind of different ways, just really whatever I have in the refrigerator. But when I have these on hand, they are the best. Like, it is so easy to get my lunch in. It's so easy just to grab and throw in my lunchbox in the morning if I can't come home for lunch. It's easy when I'm traveling for work. I don't ever travel like typically overnight for work, but we sometimes travel from district to district. And there's a lot of times when we just don't have time to stop for food. So these would be great to have on hand because I can just easily have this in my lunch bag with a nice, little ice pack. And then I can just eat this while we're even in the car because I'm not typically the one driving. And so it's just a nice, a little easy thing to have. And it's really, honestly, like really filling. And if you ever like find it not filling enough, you could always just have a yogurt on the side or something. So anyway, I just felt like this was a nice little thing to put together. And just after the last couple weeks that I've had really busy at work, I just figured that this was the best time to do the adult lunchable and bento boxes again. So you see we had some olives, some strawberries, some of these little flavor bomb tomatoes. We're going to add in some of the carrots and cucumbers that we prepped earlier. And then I'm going to put some of that onion dip in there. So you can see we have a nice range here of healthy fats with the olives. We have our protein with the turkey lunch meat. Plus I'm going to put that cheese stick and turkey stick in here as well. We have our veggies. We have our fruit. It's just a nice variety of little things to go in our little box here. And like I said, you can always pair it with a yogurt if you feel like you need more food. But honestly, like this is kind of like a snack plate. And I feel like when I snack like this, it just really fills me up. So highly recommend putting these together. Oh, and then I'm going to put my little onion dip in there, which I had to make room for that because I was kind of a last minute like, oh yeah, I have my onion dip. I need to put that in here. So we're going to go ahead and, as you can see, with the tomatoes rolling around. But here we go. We are done with bento box number 1. Now we're going to use some of this buffalo style chicken breast again. Like I said, this is like one of my favorites. I have 2 of these Wasa crackers, the multi-grain. These are only 35 calories a piece. I believe 2 of these are only 1 point. So my plan is to kind of make a little sandwich out of these, or just like to spread some Laughing Cow cheese on top of each one of those crackers and then put some lunch meat on top of those. I'm sorry, a little tongue-tied there. So I kind of know I've used this lunch meat enough to kind of know what a serving is, but I know this is bad. You should be weighing it out. But like I said, I use this so much that I kind of know what a serving is. So I have enough here, and I'm going to put a Laughing Cow in there. That's 1 wedge is enough to spread over each one of these Wasa crackers, and then add on the buffalo stuff on top. And then, of course, I need to count for 1 more of the Laughing Cow. So we'll count for 2 Laughing Cow on this because we have our little peppers there as well. So we're just going to put our olives in there. Again, it's kind of like Tetris. You know, it's like, okay, where can we fit all of our little ingredients in here? But yes, I've never been an olive fan. I hate black olives, and we actually got the green olives to try. We wanted to make some martinis because neither me or my husband ever had martinis before. I found out that I really, really hate martinis, but I really like the green olives. So now those are a new little healthy fat for me. So yeah, there you go. So if you don't like black olives, maybe try green ones. I also like Kalamata olives, but not as well as the green ones. The green ones are still my favorite, but I will use the Kalamata olives in like Greek food and stuff. But I've actually been even putting the green olives in some of my Greek dishes. So I know the Kalamata are more like the Greek, you know, you should use those for like the Greek bowls and stuff like that. But, you know, whatever you want to do. So we have some carrots, we have some cucumbers, and again, we're going to add in some of the onion dip, and then we will also add on our cheese stick and turkey stick there. So here are both of those lunches, and I feel like that we are set up for a great lunch this week. I'm just really excited to have these in there, and they're just fresh and ready to go, and such a great summer meal as well. Now I'll tell you, this took me 20 minutes. How did I know that it took me 20 minutes to put all of these together? Because my egg muffin timer went off just as I got that last bento box done. So I got the 2 sub in the tubs, the 2 bento boxes done in 20 minutes that these egg muffins cooked. And they came out perfect. Look at these, you guys. So we have our 3 jalapeno popper and our 3 ham and cheese. And those are going to be a great thing to have for breakfast or snacks. And this is my entire meal prep, you guys. So I'm really excited. I feel like everything is so fresh, and it's just such a summer meal prep. I feel like for me, where I'm always on the go with work, it's just great. I can throw in my bag, and it just has all these fresh, bright ingredients. Look how bright and fresh that looks. I don't know, just something about a meal prep that is so full of colors just really makes you want to eat it. So again, you guys, this really only took me about 45 minutes between everything, 20 minutes for all the lunches, and then probably about another 15, 20 minutes or so for the egg muffin cups, and then all the cleanup and everything. It was about 45 minutes total that I was in the kitchen, which is definitely doable every single week. So thank you guys so much. Check out the description box for any recipes, also for links to all of my other bento box videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.